I'm sure you've felt this way if you have an online business and you know it could change somebody's life. You're just having trouble getting in front of the right people, the people who are actually dedicated, the people who do the work, the people who are willing to pay the price that you ask. You just end up attracting a lot of people, but none of them are actually converting into money. They're just followers. They're just numbers. They're just data, right? But where are the actual people that are willing to pay and the people that are willing to try? I'm just going to share with you my secrets and the things that have really changed my business. And it's beyond just little marketing strategies. It's really the things that are the foundation of your business. I think a lot of times we get hung up on the day-to-day and the things that don't move the needle as much, and we kind of neglect the things that are truly, truly important. And it's usually the basics, because we're so focused on the advanced tactics, we lose touch of what is the actual basics that are keeping the entire business together. If you think about any sort of market, whether you're buying shoes, whether you're buying coaching, whether you're buying services online, some sort of product, there's always going to be people that have different buying habits and different mentalities when they go into making a purchase. If you look at Walmart or something that is low priced, the mentality going into that, usually, not everybody, but most of the time, the people are looking for a good deal. They're not necessarily looking for what's the best. They're just looking for what is the best deal. And they will forfeit value or quality for that price, as long as they're getting a deal. There's people who do discounts, coupon shopping. The whole point is to save, save, save. They don't care what the thing actually is. Sometimes they buy just because it's a good deal. But the problem with those people is they're buying things that they don't necessarily need, or they're buying things without a lot of commitment when they're buying it because it's such a good deal. So if you think about your own education and the things that you sell, if you sell a course that's $7, people may not take it as seriously because they just haven't spent that much money in it. They just bought it because they're like, hey, this is kind of cheap. I just kind of want to see what it looks like. So you end up in this position where you get serious people that buy a cheap product that don't believe that that solution is actually going to fix their problem because it's so cheap. Because when you're the cheapest, people don't expect you to be the best. And when you're the best, people don't expect you to be the cheapest. So you can't really cross-pollinate the two and expect a different result. If you're going to be cheap, the best people aren't going to believe you're the best, so they're not going to be fully committed. That's the quality shoppers. On the other hand, the rest of the people, they're buying something for cheap, but they're not actually going to use it. They're not going to get the result. A lot of times they'll end up even returning or charging back or saying this product sucks because they don't take the information and actually apply it because they're a poor quality lead or a poor client or customer, meaning that they do nothing without it. They talk bad about your business, even though it was their fault. They're just not willing to admit that because that's just the type of mentality that they have. So if that principle is true, if you're the cheapest, they don't expect you to be the best. If you're the best, they don't expect you to be the cheapest. That means if you raise your price, guess what's going to happen? You're going to naturally start attracting more people that are serious and more dedicated and interested in that type of thing. Because if you think about it, as soon as somebody sees a big price tag and they're not serious about getting a certain outcome. So if you have a coaching business and you help people lose weight, or you help people learn music, or you help people learn photography, and they're not serious about it, they're not even going to blink an eye if it's an expensive price tag. If it was $3,000 and they're not committed, they haven't really taken many photos, they really haven't picked up the guitar much, they're just going to skip right over it. They're just going to be like, this is way too much, that's not for me. They're just going to skip right over it. And that's exactly what you want. Because you don't want to attract every single person if you are the best. You just want to attract the high quality people so that you can work with fewer people and you can actually get them bigger results. And this saves you more time because you're not dealing with as many clients, as many customers, as many refunds and chargebacks. You're dealing with a select few customers, but they're the high quality ones, meaning that they're going to be willing to pay more and they're actually going to do the work because they have skin in the game. There's a saying that if you pay more, you pay more attention, and this is absolutely true. No matter who you are, if you bought a $100 course and a $10,000 coaching program, you are absolutely going to take more action when it comes down to the $10,000 program, no matter what level that you're at. If you're somebody who can't afford $10,000, you're absolutely going to pay more attention to that. If you're already making good money, you're still going to pay more attention when you pay $10,000. It happens to me every single time. I think that's the only reason why I've been in this position where I can do this full time and I've grown a business is because I spent so much on coaching in the beginning with money that I didn't have. I took out a loan, I borrowed money, I did whatever I could to get into this one coaching program. And I don't know if it's necessarily that the information was the best in that coaching program, I think I could have gotten on YouTube. I think I could have gotten out of a course, but it's the fact that I spent $10,000 and I didn't have that type of money that there was no failing. I had to make it work no matter what. I spent so much, I had so much skin in the game. I did every single uncomfortable action that coach told me to do, which I otherwise wouldn't. If I spent $1,000 on it, I wouldn't have taken the same action. I would have been like, I'd rather just take the L, wait till next paycheck, make up that $1,000, and I'll just keep moving on with my life and being mediocre. Whereas when I spent way more, I took way more action. There was nothing I could say no to. I just did it. And that's the position you need to be in if you want to grow a business. Because there's a lot of hard decisions that you have to make in business. There's a lot of tough things that you have to do that's against what's comfortable to you. You have to step out of your comfort zone. These are the hidden lessons behind investing more money and having more skin in the game. And that's the same thing for your clients. If you want that for them, if you want them to take actions that they're not comfortable with, then you have to have them put more skin in the game by charging them more. And the ones that are serious will be willing to pay in order to do that. So beyond marketing, at the core of your business, what you offer, how you price things is the immediate thing that people judge you on, is your pricing. If you're cheap, they're going to expect you to not be the best. If you're expensive, they're going to have this assumption in their mind that you are somehow the best and there's a reason why it costs this much. And at the same time, you're repelling the people that aren't serious because the price tag scares them away. Whereas that only leaves you the people who are truly dedicated and serious to making a change. And yes, the number is a lot less, but you can charge a lot more for that, make a lot more money, work with a lot less people, and you just buy a lot more of your time back. Ads are getting more expensive every single day because there's more competition, meaning that there's more people on the playing field. The whole thing behind ads is it's an auction. It's saying, hey, I have space on this person's feed. How much are you willing to pay for it? How much is the other advertiser, the other competitor willing to pay for it? And whoever is willing to pay the most gets the spot to be shown their advertisement in front of that person. And so if you charge more, it's easier to profit. You need less people. It just makes a much easier business. But the cool thing is, even if you decided you wanted to create a lower ticket product later and help a more general mass amount of people, you can do that because you've made so much money already charging more and delivering a better service to those serious people. So personally, I think that's the biggest thing that you can do in order to change the entire trajectory of your business, is charging more, being a premium person in your market versus being the person that is cheap and where you go to when you just want to save a couple bucks and get a good deal, but not ever have any of your clients actually use your product. I know it's not as easy as just, raising the price on your page. I have a training down below that I talk through the psychology and the whole system of how you can create higher ticket products if you have a coaching business. It's really going to help you out. I'll leave the link in the description so that you can register and watch that free training. Regardless, I hope this was helpful, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.